Good morning, students. Let us learn the actual meaning of conservative force in detail. So, yesterday we have concluded conservative force is that force, the work done by that force is stored in the form of potential energy. Okay. And conservative force is that force which can be derived from the scalar quantity like potential energy. So conservative force can be defined as Fx equal to minus du by dx, where u is the potential energy So if we carry out the derivation, the derivative of potential energy with respect to position or differentiation of potential energy with respect to position, we get the conservative force. We saw the example of gravitational potential energy, mgh. When we do the differentiation, mgh with respect to h, if mgh is differentiated with respect to h, we get mg, and negative of mg gives us the gravitational force. That's what we saw. And from this we can obtain what is the equation for potential energy. Take this dx this side, then we get du is equal to minus f dx. Du is equal to minus f, that is function of x, f function of x dx. So if we integrate this, what do we get? So integration of du is equal to minus of f dx integration from xi to xi. So if we carry out this, we know this is work done by variable force. Here the work is done by conservative force. So work done by conservative force between the intervals xi to the xf is converted into potential energy difference. And at xi, if we take it as ui as the initial potential energy, at xf if we take it as uf as the potential energy, then same thing if we carry out integration of du between ui to uf, if we carry out this integration, we get u between ui and uf. So first we have to substitute uf, so it becomes uf, then next we have to substitute ui, initial potential energy. So if we substitute this gives us difference in potential energy. This is nothing but difference in potential energy. Therefore, work done by variable force, work done by conservative force, I can write it now. Therefore, work done by conservative force F dx, work done by conservative force x df between xi to xf is equal to, I will write in this manner, minus of integration from ui to uf, if we do the integration between ui to uf, then we get minus as it is uf minus ui. So take this minus inside, then it becomes ui minus uf. So this is difference in potential energy as I written there. So work done by conservative force, I can conclude, therefore work done by conservative force results into minus of difference in potential energy, because UF is final potential energy, UI is initial potential energy. So difference in final potential energy and initial potential energy with minus sign, that gives us difference in potential energy. Negative minus difference in potential energy. So this is important conclusion. So work done by conservative force is stored in the form of potential energy if it is between two levels, xi and xf, then that gives us difference in potential energy between xf and xi, difference in potential energy, that is uf minus ui. So this we can relate with the work energy theorem by variable force. Work energy theorem by variable force, if we remember, delta K is equal to integration of fx dx, delta K is equal to the work done by conservative force or work done by net force, So change in kinetic energy is equal to work done by net force is the statement of work energy theorem. Now we got from the definition of conservative force, work done by conservative force is equal to negative of difference in potential energy. Thus we can relate difference in kinetic energy with difference in potential energy. I think you got the point. We have work energy theorem. What is work energy theorem statement? Change in kinetic energy, Kf minus Ki. Kf minus Ki is equal to Fx dx between initial position xi to final position xf. This is positive here. Kf minus Ki is positive, whereas Uf minus Ui is negative. Right? I think you can equate now. If you equate this, we are getting an interesting result. Therefore, we can write delta K is equal to xi to xf fx dx. This is, you can say, equation 1, because we have studied this earlier itself. This you can call equation 2. From equation 1 and equation 2, you see here, what is equation 1? Delta K is equal to fx dx, integration of fx dx. And integration of fx dx is also equal to minus of delta u. This is minus of delta u. Minus of delta u. So if you equate them from 1 and 2, I can write. Therefore, from equation 1 and equation 2, we get a very interesting result. Delta K, change in kinetic energy, delta K, Kf minus Ki is equal to minus of delta u, delta K is equal to minus of delta u. Therefore, if you take this to the left hand side, we get delta K plus delta u is equal to 0. It means what? If you take out delta common, change in sum of kinetic energy and potential energy is equal to 0. It means what? Change in sum of kinetic energy and potential energy is 0. It means kinetic energy plus potential energy remains always constant. This implies K plus U is equal to constant. This is what we are going to conclude this statement as conservation of mechanical energy, because we know that mechanical energy is a sum of kinetic and potential energy. Sum of kinetic energy plus potential energy is equal to mechanical energy. So sum of kinetic and potential energy is always constant. Means what? Mechanical energy is conserved. This is what we conclude. mechanical energy is conserved. So this is helping us to define conservative force in one more manner. Conservative force is that force when it acts on a body, the total mechanical energy of that body is conserved. The total mechanical energy of that body is conserved, means the sum of kinetic and potential energy is always constant. This is how we can define one more way the meaning of the conservative force. So we have got various ways to define what is conservative force. Now we can conclude what are conservative forces. First definition of conservative force. So from these points you will understand what are the features of conservative force. A force which is of the form F equal to minus du by dx, where U is potential energy, is conservative force. Is conservative force. This is one. Second one, the work done by this conservative force depends only on endpoints. Work done by this conservative force depends only on endpoints, initial and final points, xi and xi. You know what is work done? By work energy theorem, work done is equal to kF minus Ki. Just now we have concluded kF minus Ki according to work energy theorem. This is also equal to minus of delta U. Minus of delta U means what? Ui minus Uf. This I got it from the fact that it was delta K is equal to minus delta U. Delta K is equal to minus delta U. It depends only on endpoints. It means work done by the conservative force only depends on initial and final position. It means it is path independent. It is path independent. It does not depend on the path. It does not depend on the path. On what path the work is being done. It depends only on initial and final position. That is the meaning of second point. So such a force is called as conservative force. Third one, just now we have concluded, the work done by such conservative forces leads to conservation of total mechanical energy. Whenever the work is done by such conservative forces, then total mechanical energy of the system remains conserved. When the work is done by the conservative force, then total mechanical energy K plus U conserve. You can just write when work is done. When the work is done by the conservative force, then the total mechanical energy is conserved. Fourth point also I can add. Total work done in the closed path. Total work done in the closed path is 0. If you are taking object from initial position xi to final position xf, we are doing positive work. When you leave it, when you leave that object from final position to initial position, work is done by the conservative force. So total work done in the closed path. For example, if this is an object which is raised to some height h, then work done is U is equal to mgh. When it is released from xf to xi, suppose this is the ground state, ground position xi. From here, if it is raised, total work done is positive plus mgh. When it is released from here, it falls back to the ground. Then work is done by the gravity. So total work done from xi to xf, back from xf to xi is 0. The total work done in the closed path from xi to xf and back xf to xi in this closed path, total work in the closed path is 0. That is plus W minus W becomes equal to 0. These are the features. These are the features of the conservative forces. Total work done in the closed path from xi to xf and back xf to xi, back from xi to xf to xi. Total work done is 0. So such forces are called as a conservative forces. So now, what is the statement of conservation of mechanical energy? The conservation of mechanical energy statement is like this. When there is a work done by conservative force, then total mechanical energy of the body remains constant. Total mechanical energy of the body is nothing but sum of kinetic and potential energy during its path is always 0. We are going to see the examples of conservation of mechanical energy, but this is one of the important features of conservative forces. So you can just write statement of conservation of mechanical energy. When the work is done by the conservative forces, the total mechanical energy of the system K plus U always remains constant. This is called as conservation of mechanical energy. This is possible if and only if work is done by conservative forces. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.